Welcome to the next session on operations research. In this session, we will discuss the concept of necessity for maintaining inventory. Maintaining inventory is crucial for businesses across industries as it ensures they can meet customer demand, streamline operations, and remain financially healthy. So you need to maintain a proper amount of inventory with you. It should not happen that you have too much of raw materials in stock or too much of finished goods in your stock. The reason is if you have too much of material with you and you are not getting through with them, then what happens is you only keep on adding inventory charges because you have to store them in the warehouse. You need to protect them against some theft or some loss or damage. So you need to have proper people taking care of that inventory in a warehouse as well. So you need to allocate manpower for this. So you need to be careful. Also, if your items are perishable, which have a shorter shelf life, then in that case you directly lose the material because of say rotting or because of some damage to the material. So maintaining excess of raw materials is not good, nor is the keeping of excess finished goods. If you are not able to sell it to the customer and you're storing in the warehouse, again it is not a good thing. You will also be investing a lot of capital amount. So you are also losing on the money because it remains stuck in one place and there is no proper cash flow. So based on all these things, you can see that there is customer demand say you may not have met. That is also possible because you ran out of stock. That is also another case that instead of excess, if you are in a stock out situation where you do not have raw materials to produce goods, or maybe you have not been able to produce enough finished goods to supply to the customer, then again you have not met the customer demand. The customer will leave you and go to some other brand. So streamlining operation also could be a problem. If you do not have raw materials and suddenly you are in a stock out situation, the entire shop floor will be jobless at that moment. The work will get halted. They will have to wait for the new stock to come. So this is another reason for maintaining proper healthy inventory. And if you want to remain financially healthy, you want your investment to give you proper returns and good profit, then you should definitely maintain good amount of inventory with you. Good means it should not be more, it should not be less. It should be a proper optimized value. Here's why inventory maintenance is essential. The first one is meeting customer demand. Ensures product availability. Inventory ensures products are available when customers want to buy, helping avoid lost sales. So if you are not able to meet the customer demand and the customer returns without receiving their products, they will definitely not be loyal to your brand and they will shift to some other brand. Prevent stockouts. Stockouts can lead to dissatisfied customers and potentially lost business. Maintaining an optimal inventory level helps keep shelves stocked and customers satisfied. So you should not go into stockout situation. To prevent it, you should always maintain healthy inventory. The second is reducing lead time. Faster order fulfillment. Having inventory on hand reduces the time it takes to fulfill orders, creating a smoother customer experience. Lead time is the time between placing of the order and receiving of the order by the customer. So if the customer receives the order well before time, or say the customer suddenly says that okay, I have given you a particular date but I need it little bit in advance, and you actually have a good inventory and you're able to provide the products, in that case the customer is highly satisfied and there are %% chances that the customer will definitely return to you for the next order. In fact, by word of mouth, this customer will now publicize you and bring in more customers because they are highly satisfied with your services. Next is buffer for supply chain disruptions. Inventory serves as a buffer in case of unexpected delays from suppliers, allowing operations to continue without interruption. So it is possible that there are situations which occur when you do not have material in hand because whatever amount you have brought in is not enough. So in that case, what can save you is buffer. Buffer is extra material that you bring and keep it in stock, and you bring that material out only when you are running in a stock out situation. Because generally there is a smooth operation that every time there is a requirement of a particular quantity of raw materials. But if it supersedes due to a certain reason, say there is a surge in demand or something, then buffer stock is definitely helpful. Third is cost savings, bulk purchasing. Purchasing in larger quantities can lower unit costs and take advantage of supplier discounts. So this is something that everyone is aware of. If you buy in bulk, a little larger quantity, supplier definitely gives you some discounts. If you buy in lower quantity, then the supplier also goes in loss, when you are taking lesser quantity. Reduced shipping costs. Ordering more at once rather than frequently ordering small amounts can reduce shipping expenses and handling fees. Again, this is very much understood that if you are ordering in bulk and at once, what happens is you have to pay for the transportation only once. But if you are ordering in smaller quantities in frequent interval of time, then what you add is the same transportation charges of the same distance again and again. So who will pay for it? Supplier won't pay for it. Supplier will charge you. So you have to pay extra amount in that case because you are the business owner. So this is not a good way of bringing in inventory. It is best to always forecast how much is required, what will be the production rate, and when you have to supply to the customer. Accordingly, you will prepare your chart. The fourth one is improved production planning, supports continuous operations. Inventory allows manufacturing or assembly processes to continue smoothly without waiting for parts or raw materials. So what inventory allows is without any halt, you can keep on adding to your shop floor and you can continue with the production. So there will be a continuous operation, no halt because of raw materials not being available or say in process goods are not in the shop floor right now, you have kept it in the inventory. So all these things become a problem when you do not have a proper supply chain and you need to do a proper production planning for that. Eases forecasting and demand planning. By maintaining inventory and monitoring usage rates, businesses can better predict future needs and improve production planning. So, this is also another reason why you need to maintain a proper inventory. You need to keep a check on how much raw materials you're using on a continuous basis. What is the demand for the raw materials? So, accordingly, you can judge your demand forecasting and you can make a proper production planning chart. That is nothing but your supply chain management. Handling seasonal and unexpected demand prepares for peaks and valleys. Some products experience seasonal spikes, example holiday items. Inventory helps meet this demand without overburdening suppliers. So this is just an example given of holiday items. Say you are going to a particular area and you need sunglasses for it or some beach wear for it, then accordingly, when the holiday time starts, people when they go into such kind of areas, there'll be a spike in demand for these products. Or say a very simple example of rainy season where you need umbrellas. So based on your area, whenever you have rainy season and you definitely need umbrellas or say wind cheaters, you need to buy them and that's when there is a sudden seasonal spike and you will be prepared for this kind of a surge in demand. Enables flexibility for demand fluctuations. Keeping stock provides flexibility to meet unexpected demand spikes without delays or customer dissatisfaction. So if you have stock in hand, you can definitely make it available to the customers, bring it to the market, and you are in a profitable state. The last one is supporting financial health. Ensures cash flow stability. Regular inventory levels help avoid costly emergency purchases or production stoppages which could disrupt cash flow. So this is another reason why you should maintain a healthy inventory because if suddenly you run out of stock and you have to buy, you suddenly make an order to the supplier because he's also pressurized. The supplier also feels pressurized, and if he has to provide suddenly, he also has to make arrangements for getting raw materials for you. So who has to pay the charges is the company owner. So it is better that you always have inventory in stock such that you do not run into emergency purchases. Or there is production stoppage, which will happen if you run out of material, production will stop. So if you do not want to disrupt these kind of cash flows, or you don't want to suddenly add to your investments, it is better to have inventory. Asset management. Inventory represents a significant asset for a business, so it's crucial to manage it wisely for accurate financial reporting and valuation. So when you are going for financial reporting and valuation, if you have a good stock such that it is an asset to you and not a liability, that every time you run out of stock and you have to keep on buying raw materials suddenly, you bring in small batches, or you are losing customers because of non-availability of products when they are demanding for it. So it is better that you maintain it such that you are in a proper situation. In sum, maintaining inventory helps businesses balance customer satisfaction, operational efficiency, and financial stability. Proper inventory management also reduces waste, minimizes costs, and supports better strategic planning. So this is another thing which we should add, that it is going to reduce your waste, be it wastage of time or wastage of manpower who is just lying idle because there is a sudden disruption of your work, or there is wastage of money, or there is wastage of fuel because you are suddenly going in for bringing in material transportation. Say you are going for small batches of transportation again and again, so this can lead to fuel wastage. So in any which ways, it could be money, manpower, or a profit, whatever is going in waste should not happen. It will minimize your cost because you are not going to add certain charges to your work. So it will support you with a better strategic planning such that you are in a profitable situation. But having said all this, maintaining inventory is a very important part of a company, and this is the place where most of the companies falter, because it is not easy to manage a supply chain right from forecasting to supplying it to the customers on time. And this becomes a very crucial aspect of any company. And this is also the backbone because this will lead to the company's goodwill. It is difficult to manage, but it is not impossible. So with this, I end the session. I hope you have understood the necessity for maintaining inventory. If you have any doubts, please write to me in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for latest video updates. See you in the next session. Thank you.